Audience and culture. Know your audience and know their culture. I learned this lesson the first day at TWJ High School. My very first day at Josey was doing a program, doing my December experience. And the December experience was a program used by the education department at Augusta State for their students going in the certification program or student teaching program. And so in order to student teach, you had to do a December experience. That was about 2 weeks at a school. And that kind of gave you a feel for the school setting. And then in the spring, you had your assignments for your student teaching. On the screen, you see two pictures of TWJ High School and the address. It's an urban school. You see that urban setting and Augusta, and you see from the bottom picture that it's really not it's not really in the best part of Augusta. You don't see a lot of big shopping centers or stores, big stores around Josey. You see across the school front door is a gas station, and not that you don't see gas stations all over Augusta, you do, but that for on 15th Street, that's really about the biggest business there is. Now, further down the neighborhood, you'll find fast food outlets, but not many businesses, unfortunately, are going to be in the neighborhood. Now, the photos on the right, you see my current school, Jet Middle School in Edgefield County, where I live. It's urban. You see the cow pastures out there. We're urban. Now, you also see a photograph of the very first student that I met at Josey on the left, Sugar Man. Sugar Man taught me everything I needed to know about knowing my audience and knowing my audience's culture. And that's the skill that I've carried with me from every school that I have been in, regardless to the role that I'm playing, and to every setting that I've been in. Sugar Man taught me that you have to be very observant. Just observe. Look at the neighborhood. Look at the parking lot. Look at the vehicles that are in the parking lot. Look around inside the school. Look how the adults present themselves. Look how students present themselves. Look at the clothes. Ask the students what music they're listening to. Or sometimes in some schools, they'll let them walk around with the phones out listening to the music, and they'll pull that earbob. I call it earbob. I don't know what you really the proper name of it, but I call it the earbob. They'll pull it out and let you listen to their music. On the right, you see Hollis. Hollis was the very first student that I met the first day that I went to JET. And my first day at JET was the day that I interviewed for the position. And she was the very first student that I met. She told me everything I needed to know about JET. Everything. In other words, know your audience. Know the culture of your audience. What's important to them? What's important to that building? How do they handle things? What are the protocols? The more you know that, then the more you know where you can fit into that building and where you can fit in to the culture of that building. At my school, Friday Night Lights. Woo! My middle schoolers, especially my 8th graders, they love going over to Thurman. The football games, they enjoy it. Same thing they did over at TWJ as well. Once you know your audience, once you know the culture of your audience, then you know how to proceed. You know what examples to use. Now, my people at Josey, they were big on the rap scene. And there were some rappers I didn't care for. but I did a little research on some rappers. I didn't particularly care to listen to Tupac's music, but I definitely used Tupac a lot in my class on what he was doing with his music. Now I wouldn't mind. I didn't mind listening to it if they gave me a clean version. And back then, you got the CDs at Walmart. They would tell me to go get the CDs at Walmart. They were clean there. Over at my school at Jets, more of an urban area, a more rural area. So my kids over there, and I have kind of a mixture of groups of kids. Far as I'm in a rural setting, but I still have some urban nuances. So my kids over there are country as well as the rap music. Audience and culture, very important. Once you know that, then you know how to connect with your students.